Hello everyone and welcome to MHS Sports on MHTV. I'm Jess Burton and today we're at Marblehead High School as the 15th seed Magicians volleyball team takes on the 18th seed Nashoba Hawks in the round of 32 in the MIAA Division II state tournament. The contest today is brought to you by the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association. This association is responsible for governing, coordinating, and promoting educational athletics and aims to provide student athletes with the best high school experience possible. The MIAA stresses the values of interscholastic athletics from discipline and commitment to sportsmanship and teamwork. Visit the MIAA website today at miaa.net and explore all they have to offer. We're going to tune into Athletic Director Greg Siklarski's introduction of the starting lineups.
Participating student athletes, coaches, and contest officials have worked diligently to prepare for today's competition. Please show your appreciation by demonstrating good sportsmanship and respect for all in attendance. Ensure that your behaviors reflect the values that should be identified with these student athletes. Assume responsibility for your behavior and the behavior of those around you. Now let's meet tonight's starting teams. First, the visiting Nashoba. Number 1, Sophia Fioret. Number 4, Nora Winzio. Number 5, Kylie Doherty. Number 8, Jilly O'Connell. Number 9, Jenny White. Number 10, Haley Thaxton. Number 13, Mia Samarjan. Number 14, Faith Winzio. Number 17, Catherine Riseborough. Number 18, Riley Dingian. Number 19, Lilia Rosadini. Number 22, Kate Milholm. Number 2, Natalie Grigoriev. And number 11, Kate McKenna. Now for your magicians. First, number 1, Isabel Lobno. Number 2, Kira Sweetnam. Number 3, Mari Majinska. Number 5, Julia Potvin. Number 6, Eva Burke. Number 7, Elisa Gentile. Number 10, Reese Friedman. Number 8, Natalie Antunes. Number 12, Keisha Amadis. Number 13, Lucy Sabin. Number 14, Tamaya Johnson. Number 15, Remy Tilkins. Number 16, Caitlin Parkman. Number 17, Maddie Cole. Number 18, Megan Parkman. And number 20, Greta Sachs. Our great nation has persevered through the leadership and sacrifices of men and women who have served or are currently serving our armed forces. We thank you all for your service to our country. Now will you all please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, welcome back in as the two teams will meet at the net, shake hands, and we will get the MIAA round of 32 underway here at Marblehead High School this afternoon. Again, between Nashoba Regional High School and the Magicians. Nashoba comes into the game number 18. They are 12-7 overall, 4-6 in the Midland Wachusett Athletic Conference, 7-2 at home, 5-5 on the road. They've won 7 of their last 10 games, losing to 2 teams in front of them in their standings, 2 to Algonquin and 1 to Westboro, who's 16-0. So Nashoba can hang with the best of them. We'll see what they can do here against the Magicians, who are the number 15 seed. 15-3 overall, 9-3 a perfect undefeated record out of conference, something that the Magicians desperately wanted to accomplish this year, backloading their schedule with tough competition, getting ready for tournament matchups. They won 1 over Fenwick, 1 over Wakefield, 2 over the team that knocked them out of the tournament last year, Notre Dame Academy. They won 1 over the Ipswich Tigers, the reigning defending Division 4 defending champion in their most recent game to end the season, and a big win over ranked Milton. They've won 10 of their last 11. Nashoba will serve first. It will be Kylie Doherty, one of 2 seniors on the Nashoba roster. And the first point goes to Nashoba as Isabel Wabno plays it into the net for the Magicians. The second serve is too far from Doherty, and we are even at 1. The Magicians take over. It'll be Isabel Wabno, who's had just an incredible season this year. 1 for 1 is Wabno. 2-1 Magicians. Isabel in her senior season, her second serve of the tournament, and it's another Magicians point. The Wolves from Nashoba are unable to string passes together. Third serve for Wobbs. Johnson underneath it for the Magicians. And there's Parkman, sets up Wabno. Back to Doherty. The libero Fiore played it one-handed in the wrong direction. Kate Milholm couldn't slide underneath it with enough force to get it over. It's 4-1. Isabel one more time, at least. A huge block at the net by Greta Sachs. And point goes to Nashoba on the pass. What a block by Sachs to keep that point alive. We expect big-time net play today from the Magicians. You always have Sachs and Maddie Cole and Lucy Sabin hanging around the net, trying for timely blocks. And on the other side, we have the only other senior on the roster, Catherine Riseborough, is appropriately named for the Wolves. We'll see her wearing number 17, not in the game yet, but she will be rising up, trying to block the Magicians' attempts over the net. She is over 6 feet tall easily, and I can't wait to see a battle between her and the Magicians' blockers. There is Sabin making a nice one. Magicians with the last point. 5-2. Long spike. Wabno able to play it. They set up Sweetenham, and her spike is out of bounds. Five to 3. And here is Catherine Riseborough. She will take her spot front and center, right on the M logo. Sweetenham from Johnson. That'll do it. A kill for Sweetenham, 6-3. Gets the serve back for the Magicians. Kira had her 500th career kill a few games back. That's continuing to add to that career total as far as the Magicians can go in the tournament. Here's Sabin, front and center. Riseborough got her hands on it, couldn't get back under it. Played by Fiore. And it's 7-3. Captain Julia Potvin serves from the Magicians. That was all 3 captains on that possession. Parkman to Potvin to Sweetenham. This time, Wabno to Potvin to Sweetenham. Blocked at the net. Magician's point. Block attempt not strong enough against Sweetenham's spike. Fiore, first touch. Tapped over by Doherty. Trying to catch the Magicians off guard. And Parkman able to dive under it. A good placement by Milholm on the far side of the court for the Wolves' point. Magicians have them doubled up, 8-4. They'll make a substitution for the service. Dinjan out and Samarjan on. Samarjan serve, played by Parkman and Potvin. Sweetenham has to chase it way out of bounds and still scores. Miscommunication by the Wolves, nobody played it. Should have been an easy one. Instead, Sweetenham and the Magicians celebrate point number 9. Touched over lightly by Doherty. Wabno rises up. Good placement. Makes Fiore come forward. Can't get under it enough, and it's 10-4 consecutive points for the Magicians. They've had runs of 4, 3, and here's 2 going on 3. Fiore down to the court. Doherty way up in the air. Played over by Milholm. The Magicians want deflection, and I don't think they're going to get it. Maddie Cole with the spike. So the Wolves kill the service. 10-5. Milholm with the short serve into the net. Right back to the Magicians. Sachs comes on. Parkman's off. And there's a combo of Cole and Sachs at the net. Wabno sandwich in between. A hard spike, and that stays in. Point to the Wolves. Really nice spike by Kylie Doherty. Riseborough with the serve. Away from the net. She'll play the back. Too far again from Cole. (11-7). That's the first time the Wolves have had consecutive points. Potvin, a dive-in save. Gets it over to Parkman. She can't keep it in bounds. What an effort by Potvin. 3 straight for the Wolves. In Riseborough's hands again. Sweetenham to Potvin, sets up Wabno, deflected at the net. Play continues. Riseborough was back there. That one's deflected, and Sweetenham able to control. Pushed over. Parkman, Potvin, long setup, and Wabno lays it gently over the net, over the 2 blockers for the Wolves. Service back to the Magicians with a 4-point lead. Great play, intelligent play by Isabel Wabno. That's senior leadership and intelligence right there. Johnson with an ace on her first serve. Set up near side. Big spike by Doherty. Sweetenham sends it back. Wolves have to chase it down. They all leave the den. Nobody can get to it. The Magicians would counter with 3 straight of their own. Light serve from Johnson. Pushed over. Milholm. 3rd touch coming. Fiore blocked at the net by Sachs. Again, but this one deflects out of bounds. Greta Sachs making her presence known early on, just a freshman. On Colleen Miller's Magicians, the Wolves coached by Kristen Marino. Potvin right in the middle. 15-9. An ace for Wabno. Wabno goes after the same spot. Milholm able to get under it this time. Blocked at the net by Sweetnam and Sachs. Neither could get a second touch. Ball falls to the court for a Wolves point. Good play at the net by the Wolves offensively. Served by Rosadini. Magicians a little lost on that play. 16-11. Parkman, Johnson will set up Potvin. A light touch. Milholm tapped it a few times at the net. She can't do that. Point to the Magicians. They lead by 6. Hard spike by Dingen. Returned. Magicians point. Lucy Sabin, the benefactor. 7-point lead for Marblehead, 18-11 in set number 1. The Magicians pouncing on the Wolves here early on. They've done that to their opponent in their last 2 as well. Jumped out to a 25-12 first set win on their way to straight set sweep over Ipswich, defending Division 4 champs in their regular season finale. Did the same to Swampscott in their game prior to that, 25-9 first set win. Lost the first point, ripped off 4 straight. They've also had runs of 3 twice. And consecutive points twice. Looking for more here. They'll have the ball. It's Parkman. Continue her serve. A long serve. Played first by Rosadini, and then Doherty deflected it into her own teammate. It's not how they drew it up out of the timeout. 3 straight for Parkman. Rosadini to Doherty, they'll try it again. This time Milholm sends it over, and Wabno makes a great play. Here's Sweetnam, deflects, point to the Magicians. Wabno and Sweetnam combine for a pretty play. They lead by 9, and Parkman has been very good from the service station in the last few games. Johnson got a hand on it, chased down by Wabno, and Johnson a little too high up on her forearms. Not under it enough. The Wolves kill the serve. Ends a streak of 4. And they give it right back. Nora Winzio with the error on the serve. Fiore first touch on the Potvin serve. Riseborough taps it over. Sweetenham blocked by Riseborough. Sweetenham gonna try again. Another block by Riseborough. Dinge in there too. We'll try the other side. Maddie Cole sends it over. Doherty under. Riseborough gonna send it. She'll play it again. It's all Catherine Riseborough for the Wolves on this one, but can't get her hand on that one. They keep it alive. Milholm down to the court to play it. Here's Sabin, blocked by Riseborough. Point to the Magicians. The best rally between the two teams of the night. Big time plays on both sides. Potvin to Wabno. They set up Milholm, and she gets it by Isabel, outstretched. But the Wolves still down 9. Long way to go before they can really celebrate. And the Magicians close to closing this one out. Better served than the last one. Got over. Here's Sweetenham. Up above the net. Put it right in front of Samarjan. A quick kill. You see how high she got on that. You see the vision. Put it right where she wanted. And comes back with an ace. And that's why she's reigning NEC Player of the Year. Can do it all. Point away from closing out set 1. Set up for Milholm. Potvin. Cole sends it over. Hard spike from Doherty between Sweetenham and Potvin. Count it for the Wolves, 24-14. Magicians will defend to try to win this set. Parkman to Potvin, sets up Wabno. One touch and over, back to Parkman. Potvin try with Cole this time, deflected at the net. This one's got to go over with some margin. Sweetenham backtracks. Wabno sends it. Pushed over by Rosadini. It's Cole for Marblehead. Light touch. Rosadini again. Parkman right there. Sweetenham. Point and set. 25-14. 1-0 Magicians. The possible two-time NEC Player of the Year ends set 1 with a big spike. The MIAA would like to remind you that high school sports provide an extension of the classroom where students learn to pursue excellence, the value of working with others toward a common goal, playing within the structure of established rules, discipline, loyalty, and emotional control. The MIAA urges you to demonstrate your support for these values and for our young people by attending high school competitions in your community. We'll be back with Game 2. You'll be watching MHS Sports on MHTV. Welcome back to set number 2. The way set number 1 went, Magicians are eager to get back out there. The teams have switched sides. They're ready. The Wolves will join them. 25-14, the Magicians took set number 1, killed every service on their first serve the Wolves had except for 2. The Wolves only able to string points, consecutive points together twice during that set. The Magicians all over them with big runs. 2 services went 4 sets deep. Tanya Johnson will start here in set number 2. The Wolves from Nashoba Regional out of Bolton, Mass, about an hour and a half away from the Midland-Wachusett Athletic Conference. It's a long trip. They'd want to play more than 3 sets. They're going to have to muster up a good effort here in set number 2. They get the first point again. That's how set 1 started. As Wobno's block went out of bounds. Magicians cool, calm, and collected in the huddle. They like their strategy. That played off Parkman. Couldn't backtrack quite enough. And it's 2-0. So a better start for the Wolves. Doherty serve out of bounds. Magicians take over, self-inflicted error for the Wolves. Give the service away. And it's Wobno. Blocked by Sachs. Doherty right there. She sends it over. Parkman's dive-in attempt deflects away from her, out of bounds. 3-1. Good play by the senior Doherty for the Wolves. Parkman under this one easily. And Potvin, a hard spike. Right at eye level from McKenna. Had her hands in the wrong position, and it's 3-2. Doherty has to dive, keep it alive for the Wolves. They do get it over. Here's Johnson, sets up Sweetenham, and it's out of bounds by about the length of a volleyball, and it's 4-2. Short serve from Thaxton. And they exchange points. Cole in, Johnson off. Sweetenham got a hand on it at the net. Play continues. They set her up. Combo block, but it falls at the feet of Riseborough and Dingen for the Magicians' point. All tied up at 4 here in set number 2. Riseborough easily over the net. Doesn't really have to jump super tall. Here's Sweetenham. Tried to go past Riseborough, knew she was there. Too much of an angle from Kieran. It goes out of bounds in front of the Wolves bench. 5-4 Wolves. Played out of bounds by the Magicians. Possession you don't see very often from them. Trail by 2. Here's Potvin to Sweetenham. too far as Fiore bails out of the way. That's 3 straight points for Nashoba. Only did that once in set number 1. Let's see if the Magicians can kill it here. Wabno, Potvin. Cole will have to touch it lightly. She does. Parkman lined up under it. Here's Sweetnam with the spike. Fiore. They set up Doherty, and Potvin's there. Sweetnam will try again. Took a little off it this time. Near side, White sends it over. Deflected out. And it's 4 straight. Nashoba leads 8-4. The Magicians will be unfazed by a 4-point lead, even one a little bit bigger. They give it right back to them. There you go, an unforced error. The Magicians will take it back, and they will surely try to take advantage of having the service back with Sweetnam. They trailed in the game with Ipswich multiple times by a grouping of points. And they just hung with it, fought back, and were able to sweep the Tigers in a very impressive victory to round out the regular season. The Magicians do give service right back on the Sweetnam serve. Contact with the net by the Wolves. Back and forth they go, 9-6. Lucy Sabin puts it in the air. She's in to play it first for the Magicians on the return. Wabno cuts underneath Sweetnam. Good play. And Sachs just enough on it for it to hit the net and fall to the court. Shoulder shrug from Sachs, like, well, if it works. Potvin, Sachs again, more on it this time. Off the hands of Samarjan. 3 straight for the Magicians. Samarjan trying to set up Doherty on the far side. Needed eyes in the back of her head to make that happen. We're tied up at 9. Sweetnam, Sabin, and Sachs sends it over, inbounds. Second spike of the possession from Rosadini into the net. Points to the Magicians, and they have fought back. That's 5 straight points for the Magicians. They now lead it 10-9 after trailing 8-4. This Nashoba team, a very young team, mentioned just 2 seniors, Doherty and Riseborough. There are 8 seniors on the Magicians roster, and they are big names. They're going to be big shoes to fill in the fall of 2023. They'll be losing Wabno and Sweetnam, Tegan Kay and Julia Potvin, Madeline Antunes, Lucy Sabin, Tanya Johnson, and Caitlin Parkman. And that is, when you tune into the Marblehead Magician Sports Report on Headliner News each week, those are the names you hear when it comes to assists, digs, kills, all the stats, all those good stats, the fun names you hear in volleyball that go along with them. It's a lot of those names. Point out of the timeout to Nashoba. They tie it up at 10. Wabno. Good play by the Wolves to get it over. Look at Sweetenham laying out for it. Third touch sent over by Wabno. A light touch at the net. Thaxton tapped it over. Maddie Cole stretched out her left arm, got a piece of it, didn't know she had reinforcements behind her. Block at the net by Sachs. Cole there too. Tied up at 11. And Johnson. Sets up Wabno. Right into the center of the court. White dove for it. Couldn't get to it. (12-11). Johnson serve, played by Fiore. Pushed over. The call goes against Doherty. Magicians lead by 2. Their biggest lead of set 2 so far. Johnson rushes up to play it. Wabno back under it. Blocked by Sachs. Another one, but into the net. Lead back to 1. Serve back to the Wolves. Wabno, his first touch, gonna get over. Caught the Wolves off guard. Rosadini was under it, but every Wolves player had moved up. A lot of space in the back of the box, and Fiore couldn't recover. First touch by Dinjan, makes Fiore chase. White gets it over. Wabno, Johnson. Sweetenham stabs at it, plays it, and Johnson to the court, can't reach it. Very competitive set number 2. Back and forth they go, 14-13, Magicians lead. Sweetenham gonna get set up. Spike, point. That is bump, set, spike. Sweetenham, Johnson, Sweetenham. Parkman back to serve again. Second time of the set for Caitlin. Wabno, what an effort. Got her right fist under it at the last second. And Parkman just reached out, trying to play that one. Not a clean play. They'll shake it off, but the point goes to the Wolves, 15-14. Sweetenham, Johnson comes near side with it. That's how you do a reverse set. And the Wolves win the point. Sweetenham pushing too far inside off the left sideline. Tied up at 15. Timeout taken by Colleen Miller and the Magicians. The Magicians 15-3 overall. 2 of the 3 losses to Masconomet. The other one in the season opener to Beverly. Still trying to shake off the cobwebs from their tournament loss to NDA the year before. It was a very unexpected blanking the 3-0 loss to the Panthers in the opening game. Very unlike them, not what they expected, and turned around and won 5 straight after that. And dropped one to Masco, then won 6 straight, then dropped one to Masco, then won 4 straight to end the year. And here they are, looking for number 5. They have state championship aspirations on their minds. But the winner of this one most likely gets the 2nd seed in Division II, King Philip. They are a force to be reckoned with. But the interesting thing is that King Philip is matched up against number 31, Notre Dame Academy, ranked much lower than last year, the team that knocked the Magicians out of the tournament last year. So it's a long shot that they could get a rematch game with Notre Dame Academy. But if they pull off a miracle and upset King Philip, it's quite possible. A little confusion on who should be serving, I think, between the two teams. And the referee's going to make the Wolves rotate. And that's going to be a point to the Magicians because of the misrotation. So big mistake out of the timeout for the Wolves. If it stands to be that way, give a point and the ball to the Magicians. Back to that last thought, I'd really like to see the Magicians get a chance to play King Philip. I think that'd be a fun matchup, a real challenge for the girls, but I do think they're ready for about anything that's thrown their way. They've had some impressive wins this year. Okay, so the point goes to the Magicians. Point comes away from the Wolves. It was 15-15 when we went to timeout. It's 16-14 as we get restarted. Looks like it was a rotation substitution error by the Wolves. Wrong server on one of the points that they won. So they fix the score, and they get the point right back anyway. 16-15, and they'll make a substitution. They'll bring some margin in for Dinjan. The Magicians defensively get 4 lined up in the back. All seniors. There's Potvin to sweeten them. Fiore to Doherty, gets over, gets part of the net. Big spike by the senior for the Wolves. Tied up at 16. Parkman and Potvin. Sweetenham blocked at the net. Play continues. Fiore, not a great play. She knows it. Her teammate, Doherty, daggers in her eyes. The look she gave her on that play, wow. It was Wabno. And Doherty's spike blocked. Goes into the net anyway. Magician's point. Kira to serve. And that's an ace, drops it in the bucket. A perfectly placed serve. Two of the Wolves run into each other. Fiore's having a tough stretch here. That was Rosadini's ball. 4 straight for the Magicians. Doherty has to chase it down by the scorer's table. They get it over with some margin. Sabin set up. Not a lot behind the spike, but it works. Off the arms of Riseborough into the floor. Magicians pulling away here, up by 5. Their second 5-point run of the second set. Riseborough. Samarjan gets it over. And Potvin fakes him out. Looked like she was going to set Isabel up on the far side. Just throws it over. The Wolves weren't ready. 6 straight. And that is the lead. Sweetenham gets tripped up. Falls down. That breaks the serve. Pretty comfortable 5-point lead for the Magicians. 3 points away from closing out set number 2. Parkman plays it forward towards the net. Potvin couldn't chase it down. Would have had to make a tough play to get it over. Serve into the net. They hurt themselves once again. Massive spike by Doherty. Wabno there to get a hand on it, but a big deflection towards the netting. That was a strong play from Doherty. Riseborough with the serve. Sweetenham to Potvin. Wabno tries to lightly touch it over. A good block on the other side. This time Wabno gets it above those blockers. Deflected at the net by Colin Sachs. Lands on the Marblehead side. The lead is down to 3. 4 of the last 5 points to the Wolves. Parkman under it. Set up for Cole, and she finishes. The back line too deep. Cole put it exactly where she wanted it, and it is set point for the Magicians. They've had a bunch of sets, finished 25-20 recently. Let's see if they can do it here. And Jinx, as Johnson sends it into the net, 24-21. And Doherty back to serve for Nashoba. It's probably who they want back there. But that does take her away from the net for the moment. Here's Johnson. Wabno. Parkman. Johnson sets up Sachs, much too far from the freshman. Lead down to 2. Set point. Once again. Johnson lightly taps it over. Play stays alive. Johnson sets up Wabno. Block. And the set is over. 25-22. 2-0 Magicians. Wolves got a hand on it. Could not send it back over. It was Haley Thaxton that was there for them. Unable to make the play. Magicians win the second game. And now a message from the MIAA. A well-rounded education is one that is not only academically oriented, but one that also includes physical, social, and emotional development. Interscholastic athletics provide the other half of education. The MIAA encourages you to support your local high school athletic teams throughout the school year. We'll be back after this with Game 3. The Magicians have a chance to sweep and advance. Stay tuned. We are back for set number 3. The Wolves take the court. Again, Magicians already out there, ready to go. They can close it out right here. One set away, they've got 3 chances at it. Johnson, Sabin, Sweetenham, Potvin, Sachs, and Wabno out there to start set 3. Milholm, Riseborough, Doherty on the back line for the Wolves. White, Thaxton, Dingen up front. Parkman will come on, Sabin off. In rotation order for the Magicians. Wolves make their substitution. Their libero, Fiore, comes off. Riseborough comes on, Riseborough comes off. And Doherty will get us started here in set 3. It's over to Parkman, a hard serve. Returned by Wabno, off the top of the net. And as sets 1 and 2 began, the Wolves take point number 1. Parkman steps in front of Wabno, who had that lined up. Magicians make it work. Potvin over, right back from Dinjan. And Sweetnam will send it. Palm by Fiore. Hard spike by Thaxton. Nice placement off the hands of Sweetnam. And as set 2 began, the Wolves take a 2-0 lead. Doherty hoping this isn't her final game as a Wolf. Sends her serve too far out of bounds. Magicians take over. A lot of work to do. Doherty wants to keep the dream alive for the Wolves. That makes it 3-1. As the Magicians can't get that one together. On the other side, the 7 seniors for the Magicians. They're trying to keep their dream alive for sure. They want to play King Philip. They want to play Notre Dame more, but they'll take King Philip if they can get him. Big spike by Sweetnam finishes that point. Back within 1 with Parkman serving. Doherty, a nice play, one-handed at the net to keep it alive. Johnson gets it over. Thaxton gets set up. Sweetnam on the other side. Deflected off a body. Play continues. Johnson sets Cole up, light touch. Back to Wabno. Johnson, reverse set. Potvin just enough on it. Diving play by Fiore. A good rally. Sweetnam looking to finish, and she does with power. Kira ties it up at 3. Coach Colleen Miller making sure that she has the right server. It is Julia Potvin. Fiore and Doherty. Milholm over. And Parkman. Potvin. Sweetnam again. Oh no. Oh no, that looked like it was in. That was very close. I mean, the referee is right there. It looked like Kira tucked that right inside the corner. Point to the Wolves, 4-3. Thaxton serves. No argument from Sweetnam. And Wabno sends that one too far out. Kira usually would plead her case if she thought it was in. 5-3. That one just gets over, sends Wabno diving towards her bench. Looked like a turtle on her back at the end of that one. And with that effort, her team continues on to get the point. 5-4. Off Kira's hand wrong. And out of bounds off the serve. 6-4. Love the seniors leaving it all out there. Every one of them's hit the deck so far. Seen huge diving plays from Wabno and Potvin and Parkman. Wobbs under this one. Gets set up. Looking to finish. Tapped at the net. Whistle blows. Point to MHS. Greta Sachs comes back on to play the middle with Cole. Wabno's up front with them. Doherty. Cole missed the block. Potvin couldn't get under it. 7-5. Wolves with the lead. Milholm to serve. Kira down to the court. Goes out of bounds. Wolves lead by 3. They led at this point in set 2, 8-4. Sachs blocked at the net by Riseborough. The matchup I've been waiting for, what we've been wanting to see. Big spike off Sweetenham's body. Magicians can't chase it down. Riseborough and Sachs, the senior and freshman, going at it, exchanging blocks on that play. Riseborough. Parkman stretches out for it. Potvin with a nice play, but broke the plane, tried to hold her momentum up. Did everything she could not to run into the net, but her foot crossed the half-court line. It's 4 straight points for Nashoba. They lead it 10-5. And the Magicians trailed by 4 in set number 2 and able to come back from that. Seen them come back from bigger deficits in recent games to both Ipswich and Danvers. They'll talk it over in the huddle. I expect them to come out composed. Of course, the Wolves are not going to go down easy, especially they don't want to get swept. Magicians won the first set 25-14, second set 25-22. Here's number 22, Milholm to serve. Wabno rises up. Fiore got on it. Sent back over, too far from White. Out of the timeout, the Magicians get the point. They have proved to be the better team out of the timeout here tonight. Johnson comes in, Cole comes off. They trail by 4. Tapped over lightly by some margin on the second hit. Here's Sachs, she gets it over. Doherty sets up Riseborough. First one eats up Wabno, but Parkman's there, and then they get it over. And a big spike from Doherty. Lands inbounds. That quickly kills the serve. Five-point lead again. Riseborough, short serve, has just enough. Barely gets over the net, hung there for a minute. She can't believe it. Don't think anybody else can either. The Magicians weren't quick enough to it, expecting it to not make it over. And now the Wolves have Magicians doubled up, 12-6. Wabno's spike is blocked. And Sachs returns the favor. A huge play by the freshman. The Magician's serve hits the net. And the whistle goes against the Magicians. the point to the Wolves. A lot of excitement, but the Magicians can't string points together. Here's Wabno. Johnson sets up Sweetenham. Fiore spin move underneath it. Back to Wabno. They'll try it again. Sweetenham blocked, lands, point to the Magicians. Second time's the charm for that trio. Lucy Sabin on to bring the energy. Parkman to the opposite libero. Johnson, this time it's Potvin. Tapped at the net. Third hit. There's Potvin again. Doherty under it. Gonna be a long one. Gets it over. Johnson runs it down. Even longer from Wabno. Can't get the height she needs. 14-8. Magicians trail by 6. Wabno underneath the White serve. Right back to White. She steps back in. Here's Milholm. Parkman. Johnson. Light tap over. 3 Wolves converge on it. Sabin over for the Magician point. Right in front of White. Wabno with the serve, a short hit right there. Sabin able to stay with it, good concentration. Potvin, Sabin, out of bounds by a hair. The lead remains at 6. Magicians put the 4 seniors on the back line again. Wabno pushes it over. Dive in play. The referee blows the play dead. And point goes to the Magicians. 15-10. Sweetenham with the serve. Dingen, the spike. Look at Maddie Cole reach out for that. Wabno sends it over. Sabin, her pass right up against the net. Back-to-back points for the Magicians. The first time they've had consecutive points since they had points number 2 and 3. Make it 3 straight, an ace for Sweetenham. Fiore's had some really nice plays for the Wolves, and she's had some confusing errors, such as that one there. You need to take a step up to be able to play that ball. A little slow to it. 15-12. Timeout called by the Wolves. Magicians have trailed by as many as 6 for a lot of set number 3. Trying to make the comeback and close this one out in straight sets. Number 15, ranked Magicians against number 18, ranked Nashoba. The Magicians a perfect 6-0 out of conference record this year. They are tournament ready. Proving it here today in the first 2 sets. And out of the timeout Another Magicians point. The play at the net. Not clean enough by the Wolves. Sweetenham continues her service. That one too far from Winzio. Asking for a deflection. The Wolves wanted a deflection. Referee asked the corner judge. She said no. The point stays with the Magicians. They only trail by 1 now. Here we go for the tie. Wabno sends it over. Milholm. Parkman under. Potvin. Wabno finishes. Tied up at 15. 6 straight points for the Magicians. That's a good play by Fiore. Makes us think more about the other ones. There's Parkman, Wabno. What an initial play by Sweetenham. Everybody laying out. Doherty on the deck. Fiore hits the deck. 16-15, the Magicians take the lead. Their first lead of set number 3. Big block at the net by Cole. Potvin, Wabno, the block out of bounds, 17-15. The NEC MVP serves again. Parkman, Potvin setting up Cole. Spike comes back the other way from White. Sweetenham under it. And at the net, Winzio plays it past Potvin. After 8 straight, they finally kill Sweetenham's serve. And they're within 1 with the ball. Margin with the serve. Parkman says, my bad. And we're tied at 17. Parkman's ready to redeem herself. Sweetenham's time. Here's Parkman. Played over by Doherty. They give Kira room. Maddie Cole finishes the point. The assist to Potvin. Nice looking play by MHS. And Maddie Cole put it in the right place. Big spike by Doherty. That stays in. Tied up at 18. Tied at 16, 17, and 18. Wabno deflected at the net. Off the hands of White. Out of bounds. Magicians take the lead back. Cole and Johnson will sub off and on. Milholm off. And McKenna on for Nashoba. Johnson will serve with a 1-point lead. Short one to McKenna. They go right at her. The Wolves get it over. Parkman and Wabno are unable to play it. Tied again. Sweetenham. Wabno, spike too long. The Wolves crack the 20 mark first. Parkman again comes off her wrists, played to her left. Gonna have to wait for redemption. 21-19. Sweeten this time. Johnson and Sachs. White sends it back. Johnson looking Wabno's way. Block at the net. Point to the Magicians. A huge spike, a hard block. Ball falls on the side of the Wolves for the point. And error by Wabno sends it into the net. Not what they needed. 22-20. Wolves have it, up by 2. Race to 25. Maybe more if you're Marblehead. Here's Parkman. Johnson. And Sweetenham can't get it over. That's the 4th touch. 23-20. Here in set 3, the Wolves trying to keep their season alive. Timeout called by the Magicians. And Colleen Miller with a grimace on her face. Feels set 3 slipping away. But they've been the better team out of the timeout. Can they do it again? Got to kill the serve and string a few together. They dug themselves a big hole early in this set. This will be the most difficult 2 points, or most pressure-filled 2 points for the Wolves this season. Doherty will serve. Goes Wabno's way. Johnson to Potvin. Fiore on the back. Doherty, Wabno. Johnson to Sweetenham. Blocked at the net. Kira keeps it alive. Sachs slam dunk finish. The 2-hand block from the freshman kills the serve. 23-21. And Caitlin Parkman's been fired from the service station. See if she can keep sizzling. White sends it over. Johnson, Potvin, right back to her. Wabno tried to go up over Johnson. Ball goes into the net. Little miscommunication. 24-21. It's set point for Nashoba. Sweetenham. The Wolves got a hand on it. They tipped it at the net. Then it was Doherty. Goes out of bounds. 24-22. Oh boy, down to the wire here in set number 3. Julia Potvin, the captain, left-handed serve. Gonna go right back to her. Parkman. Cole. The Wolves send it back with Dingen. Sweetenham. Pushed over by Doherty. Parkman. Potvin with good control. Sweetenham challenge at the net, keeps it alive. Spike by Thaxton. Sweetenham. Dingen, what a rally. And Potvin caught it, passed it in an illegal manner. She knew it right away. The call goes against the Magicians, and the set goes to the Wolves. 25-22, same score as set 2, different outcome for the Magicians. They now lead it 2-1 after 3. Here's a message from the MIAA. The Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association is committed to good sportsmanship. Sportsmanship, citizenship, and responsibility are the trademarks of high school activities. Support high school activities with your own display of good sportsmanship and help encourage America's youth to accept the responsibility which freedom demands. Support your local high school and see the future of America on display. Attend high school competitions in your community. After 3 games, the Magicians lead 2-1. We'll be back with Game 4 right after this. We are back with set number 4. Magicians lead at 2-1. 25-14 in favor of Magicians in set 1. 25-22 for MHS in set 2. 25-22, but for the Wolves in set 3. The Magicians can still win it in advance here. Wolves looking to force a decisive Game 5. Johnson will serve first for the Magicians in set number 4. We are ready to go. The Wolves have won the first 3 points in each set, first point in each 3 sets. They continue the trend here in set number 4. Doherty, a long, hard serve. Parkman plays it. And Potvin sends it out of bounds. Good play by Parkman. The opposing libero, Fiore, can't make a play, and it's 2-1. Wobno goes center court with it. He's going to come back to her. Set up for Potvin. Right along that back line, called out of bounds by the line judge. 3-1. Same way that set number 2 and 3 started. Magicians jumped out to a 4-1 lead early in set 1. Sweeten them with the light touch. Could not be returned by Dinjin. And it's 3-2. Parkman serves. Doherty's second touch sent over by Fiore. Sabin sent it over, was ready for the block on the way back. The ball never made it. It's 3-3. Near side spike from White off the hands of Johnson. Wabno couldn't chase it down. Near impossible play. 4-3. This is still the exact same way set 3 began. Wabno. Johnson, and at the net, Sweetenham late getting there, a low ball. Five, 3. Thaxton's serve is short. Turned back over to the Magicians. Sabin block at the net. Couldn't get it back over. They break Wabno's serve quickly. And it's 6-4. And eerily, this is still the same exact way that set 3 began. Potvin sets up Sweetenham. Fiore down low to get it. Look at Parkman slide in. Wabno reverse. What a play. And Sweetenham can't save it. And finally the trend there between sets 2 and 3 is broken, but that is not in favor of the Magicians. They trail by 3 already here in set 4. As the Wolves look for win number 2. A low hit from Sabin. Magicians are doubled up. Sweetenham to Cole. And that's offline. What is happening with the Magicians? This does not look like the team from set number 1 or 2. Potvin. Sweetenham sends it over. Doherty. Right into the middle of everybody wearing black and a little bit of white. 10-4. The Wolves have opened up a 6-point lead here early in set 4. The Magicians came back from 6 down in the last set. It was 10-5 in set 3, and then ended up 12-6. It was about a 6-point lead until the Magicians scored 8 straight to take the lead, 17-15. They've got work to do here early on in this set. If Nashoba is able to win set 4, we'd play a set 5 to 15 points. Cut it down a little bit and ramp up the pressure. But at this point, pressure's on. Every point matters. And out of the timeout. Timeouts continue to be a problem for the Wolves. Sweetenham to the court to play it. Parkman sends it over. She didn't expect it to hit the floor. The Wolves watched it. Into the net from Sweetenham. She gives it back, unlike Kira. The Wolves led 12-6, just mentioned that, in set 3. They also led 11-6. Potvin to Wabno. Can't change the trend. 12-6. Magicians' passes are low. Not really giving each other a chance. Sabin gets that one over. Her second chance. That one's good. And Nora Winzio crossed midcourt underneath the net. Point to MHS. Parkman comes off. Sachs comes on. Sabin serves. Setting up Doherty, and Potvin's there. And it drops in for the point. A one-hit wonder from Potvin. Didn't have to do much except let it ricochet off her arms. That one drops in between the Magicians, and the ball goes back. But that was a massive spike from Doherty that Potvin just stood under, and the ball right off her arms over the net into some space. Wabno spike, tap backwards. The Wolves run to get it. Now a diving play. Stays alive, lightly put over. Wabno. Wolves looking to return to Sweetenham. Potvin. Wabno rises up, blocked at the net. Big time block by Doherty. A good looking spike attempt by Wabno. And Potvin just taps it over. She'll retreat back to the back line. And Parkman can't dive under it. Kylie Doherty for the Wolves. Coming alive here. Having a big set 3 and 4. Parkman able to stay under that one. Arm stretched out to her left. What a play. And Potvin and Sweetenham miscommunication. That is 4 straight points for the Wolves. This young Wolves team with just the 2 seniors, Doherty and Riseborough, hanging in there. Doherty does not want her high school career to end. The Wolves have settled in, and the momentum has definitely shifted their way. They lead at 16-8, their biggest lead of the match. Colleen Miller talking to the group that's going to be on the floor right now. Everybody else huddled up by themselves. Colleen Miller's going to try to find a spark in Daisha Amatis. Number 12 comes in to replace Maddie Cole. Timeouts have been trouble for the Wolves. Wabno taps it over. She's going to rise up for the block attempt. The spike goes too far from Doherty, and it's Magician's point. Another one out of the timeout. Well, Amatis just on for the 1 point. And she'll give way to Johnson to serve. Doherty taps it over lightly, trying to fool the Magicians. Here's Sweetenham. Her spike goes off the hands of White into the screen. And they're into double digits, 16-10. Late getting there, but they're in it. Short serve by Johnson, just gets over. Sweetenham stabs at it. Wabno returns. She got a hand on that. Parkman couldn't get under it enough. 17-10. Doherty's running the show right now for the Wolves. It's tough for Isabel to spike, then recover, and get right back up for a block. And Doherty a little too pumped up. Too much juice on that, out of bounds. Here's Wabno. Line drive serve. Set, center of the net. Sweetenham. Pushed over, Wabno there. Johnson for Sweetenham again. That one's gonna get over. Potvin's there. What a play by Julia, great concentration. Just inside the out of bounds post. It was getting over the net, and she made a great play. Gently touching it back over. Made it difficult for the Wolves to return. 5-point lead for the visitors. Make it 6. Once again. They break another serve quickly. The Magicians have not been able to string 3 or more points together in this set. They'll get right back. 18-13. They've had back-to-back points 5 times, but no groups of 3. Very unlike them. Here's Parkman. The setup comes from Doherty this time, and the finish from White off the Magicians' hands and out of bounds. Unable for back-to-back points even on that serve for the Magicians. Here's Thaxton, and it's a short serve. One too long, one too short. See if Potvin can put it right in the middle. Good serve. Doherty has to push it over. Here's Potvin. Sets up Sweetenham. The spike off of McKenna and out of bounds. The Magicians make it happen. (19-15). Potvin with that left-handed serve. Played off Fiore's body, and on the third touch they get it over. It chased Thaxton to the sideline. And the point goes to the Wolves. They beat the Magicians to 20 points for the second straight set. They lead by 5. Parkman, Potvin, Sabin, dead center. White with the spike. Caitlin's there. Sweetnam's spike is returned by Fiore. Third hit over. Sweetnam again, blocked at the net, point to MHS. Doherty and Winzio were there for the Wolves, and deflected off them out of bounds. Another self-inflicted error against Sweetnam. And I believe it should be 21-16. Is now the score is correct. They were a point behind for the Wolves, a little home court advantage action. The Marblehead scorekeepers. Sweetnam and Parkman both hit the deck. The girls need to talk better. White can't get under that. 21-17, the Magicians have to communicate. They've been playing with each other for more than 4 years. Got to be better in the clutch. Here's Sabin. Sweetnam to Wabno. Was going to go out of bounds. The Wolves kept it in, and then Greta Sachs around the net. Can't keep play alive. Like set number one, the Wolves killing every serve opportunity that the Magicians have now. It was reversed back then. Sky high hit, played by Doherty, sent over by Samarjan. This will be a chance for Sachs. Parkman, this time Amatis, it's deflected. So Colleen Miller goes back to the bench for Daisha Amatis, and she comes up with a huge play. 22-18. Johnson, short spinning serve. Doherty, light tap over. More miscommunication between Johnson and Potvin, and it falls to the court. 23-18. The Magicians having trouble even getting back-to-back points, let alone 3 in a row. And they trailed it by 5 and 6, even 8 at one point in this set, giving themselves no chance to get back into it. Referee checking to make sure that Doherty's the correct server for Nashoba, and she is. A 5-point lead. Number 5 will serve for the visitors. Trying to force set 5. Sachs, a big spike. Fiore, a good play. Falls in front of Parkman. Point by Rosadini. And the Magicians backs against the rope. A point away from surrendering set number 4. We're looking at set 5 here in round 1. Potvin, dive in play. Johnson keeps it alive. Parkman got to send it over. Fiore, Doherty sets up Dinjan. Johnson pushes it over. Dinjan lays out for it, makes the play. And Fiore slaps at it, falls to the deck. Magicians are still alive. 24-19. Wabno to serve. Set point. Out of bounds. 24-20. First time they've had back-to-back points since 14 and 15. Set point again. Doherty sets up Thaxton. Wabno to play it. Sweetenham over. Dinchin wins it. (25-20) the final in set number 4. We are going to set 5 here in round 1 of the MIAA tournament. You can't believe it. The Magicians open it up 2-0 and have dropped 2 straight. A quick message from the MIAA. When is the best time to talk to your child about athletics and the use of mood-altering chemicals? Try talking together when there is no pressing problem. Let your child know what your expectations are and where the boundaries are in your family. And above all, keep talking together. There's a pressing problem for the Magicians. They're being forced to a set 5. We'll be back with that deciding game right after this. We're back, ready for set number 5, decisive set number 5 between number 15, Marblehead, and number 18, Nashoba. One of these teams is moving on at the end of this set to the second round, or to the round of 16 in the MIAA Division II tournament. Who's it gonna be? Set 5 will be played to 15. The Magicians took set 1, 25-14. They took set 2, 25-22. The Wolves bounced back, took set 3, 25-22, and set 4, 25-20 to force game 5. This is a young Wolves team against an experienced Magicians team, and the Magicians team has had a breakdown in communication over the last couple sets, but they're going to get some help here from the crowd. The football team has filed in. They're here to cheer their girls on and push them into what they believe will be a Sweet 16 matchup with King Philip. In the huddle, the girls were talking about communication. Kira Sweetenham employing her teammates from the back line to talk. They have to let each other know where they are and who has the ball. And also, Lucy Sabin said, can we win the first point just once? They have given up the first point in all 4 sets tonight. And actually, they've given up the first 2 in the last 3 sets. They have to get on the board early, put some pressure on the Wolves here in this shortened set. They'll bring Parkman in, Sabin off to get started. The crowd's going to come to life. This is it. Isabel Wabno will serve first here in set 5. Doherty rises up into the net, and they get the first point for the first time tonight. It's 1-0 Marblehead. The Wolves keep it alive. Doherty, an excellent play. Sweetenham rises up, too far. The initial play off the serve by Fiore was an awkward one. Forced the Wolves into a tough play, still able to get it back over. Doherty will serve. Sweetenham and Parkman continue to not talk. Wabno diving, gets it over. A spike in front of Wabno, and it's 2-1 Wolves. Parkman, Johnson, Wabno, light touch in front of the libero Fiore. 2-2. Parkman, a hard serve. Goes to White. Spiked over, Wabno's there. Sabin pushes it over. Setup comes near side. Rosadini. Look at the effort by Parkman. Got her palm on it. Sweetenham couldn't get there on the second effort. 3-2 Wolves. It's an intense atmosphere. Rosadini with the serve. Johnson gonna set up Sweetenham. Blocked at the net. Parkman keeps it alive. Wabno over. Third touch from White. Johnson, this time Potvin's way. Light touch over. Wabno diving towards the sideline, and she is frustrated. 4-2 Wolves. They are feeling good about themselves. Momentum's been with them since about halfway through set 3. Parkman, Wabno, long for Sweetenham. Can't get under it, 5-2. You can see it on their faces. The pressure is on the Magicians. Wabno, Johnson, Sweetenham again, can't get under it. Second straight time she shorted it. It's 6-2. The Wolves erupt as the Magicians call a timeout. The Wolves are dancing in the huddle. The Magicians very stoic. And the Wolves, this young Wolves team, call them pups. They only have 2 seniors on the roster. One of them, Kylie Doherty, has basically kept this team in it, and you could say she has won this for herself, by herself, or led them to it. She is the pack leader for sure for this Wolves team. Trying to spoil home tournament game for the Magicians. 7, 8 seniors for the Magicians. They do not want this to be the last set. They can't believe where they're at. We're up 2-0. Now down by 4 in set 5. Wabno And Johnson, Potvin has to rush up at the net. Blocked there, second touch. Now has to get over. Johnson forces her way forward, but they stepped over the half-court line, and it's 7-2. Johnson ran into Potvin. Again, no communication. Wobno, Johnson and Sweetenham. How many times have we heard that? Blocked at the net. They'll get another chance. Wobno. Doherty sets up Thaxton. Light touch, dead center. Sabin spikes, chased down, out of bounds. A big play by maybe the #1 energy player on this team, Lucy Sabin. Trying to will her team back in it. They're not done yet, only down 4. It's just that points are limited. Amatis is back in there for MHS. Potvin serve, kept in. Third touch is over, Wobno, a light setup. Amatis blocked, Fiore keeps it alive. Doherty to Thaxton. Sweetenham got her hands on it. Light touch over. Parkman outstretched, and the Magicians can't keep it alive as Amatis dove out of bounds. It's 8-3, and the teams will switch sides halfway through set number 5. I do think the Magicians prefer to play from this side. A little superstition. With a 5-point lead, Haley Thaxton will serve for the Wolves. Parkman under it. Set by Potvin. And Potvin can't believe it. Sabin wasn't close. Didn't have a play on it. Potvin not getting the ball high enough. It's 9-3. The wheels have fallen off for the Magicians, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to be repaired. Amatis, too far. Touched the net, or the net was touched by one of the Wolves. A lifeline from the official. A point to the Magicians, and Kira will serve. Her last 2 have gone into the net. This one gets over. Gonna be a tough third play. Wobno's there for the spike. Third touch here. Doherty. Potvin. Wobno again. Lofty. Set back from Dingen, and a block by Sabin. What a block. Parkman, Sabin keeps it alive. Wobno gets it over. A block by Sabin. Wobno. Doherty, another block by Sabin, but the Magicians can't keep it alive. As Wobno and Sabin dove towards the post. A good effort, a long rally just for it to be a Wolves point. 10-5. Wobno. Potvin sends it over, tries to catch him off guard, almost does. Doherty tries to do the same. Wobno with a chance. Wolves are there. It's White. Too far, out of bounds. 10-6. Magicians staying alive. The Wolves tearing away at them. Do they have one more trick left? Tough serve to handle by McKenna. It's over for Modest, and she spikes it into the net. She had good rise. Put it a little low. It's 11-6. Girls serving with sweaty palms. Pressure is on. Here's White to Wabno. Gonna come back to her. Played by Rosadini. Third touch from Samarjan. Potvin for Sachs, it's blocked. Sweetenham somehow gets it over. Doherty keeps it alive. Back to Sweetenham. Potvin and Sachs, and can't get under it enough. Off her fingertips, and it's 12-6. Sachs off the initial block, had it ricochet back to her. Touched it, and that made that first send back over. So tough, but they did it. Could not come away with points. Wabno. Point to the Magicians. The ref says the ball hit the floor instead of White. She has her hands on her head, can't believe it. 12-7. This is about as intense as it gets for high school volleyball. Johnson serve, return by Doherty. A massive spike sends Sweetenham tumbling to the floor. 13-7, the Wolves are 2 points away from upsetting the Magicians. Winzio serves, Parkman, Johnson, Potvin, White under, Doherty taps it over, Parkman returns it back. Spike goes Sweetenham's way, it's out of bounds to the bench, and the Wolves are 1 point away. It is 14-7. From down 2-0, the Wolves are a point away from ending the Magicians' season. It's match point. Winzio, Parkman, Johnson. Wabno sends it back to Winzio. Some margin, spiked by Doherty. It's out of bounds past Johnson. Ducked out of the way of that rocket just in time. And it's 14-8. Wabno, match point number 2. Thaxton sends it over. Parkman to Sweetenham. White first touch. Doherty sends it over. Parkman. Johnson, Sweetenham, tapped at the net. Second touch falls to the floor. They're hanging in there. It's 14-9. They need 5 more. Wabno. Doherty, a hard spike, and that will do it. The Nashoba Regional High School Wolves travel an hour and a half to Marblehead, face elimination down 2-0, claw their way back, and they will advance, upsetting the higher seed Magicians here on their home floor in round 32 of the MIAA tournament. Wow, what a comeback, what a game. One final message from the MIAA. Is there a student athlete at your school that deserves recognition? Someone who is constantly representing your school as a good citizen and should be acknowledged? Now is your chance to nominate a student athlete for the MIAA Student Athlete of the Month award. This award is presented monthly to one male and one female student athlete who displays excellence in the areas of academics, athletics, and community service. Students in grades 9 through 12 who attend MIAA member schools are eligible to receive the award. Visit the MIAA website at MIAA.net to nominate a student athlete today. The Magicians, they led 2-0. They had a chance, but the season comes to an end. Once again, the final score, 3-2. Congratulations to all the seniors on what was an outstanding season. They finished 15-4 and an early exit from the MIAA tournament. For all of us here at MHTV Sports, I'm Jess Burton. Thanks for watching.